Welcome back to Let's Laugh About It, the not-so-serious business podcast powered by D2CX. I'm Zoe Kahn, and I'm here to celebrate our wins, vent about our challenges, and bring the D2C and e-commerce community together. Welcome back to Let's Laugh About It. Today we have a very, very exciting guest. As always, all of our guests are exciting. I'm like, not more exciting than the last one or the next one, but maybe, right?
Yes, I'm not offended.
We have Alice Shabazian on with us. She's the Customer Experience Supervisor at Wool&Prince,
Yes.
two sibling apparel brands redefining everyday wear through high-performance merino wool. Merino, yeah. Merino. Known for her systems thinking and heartfelt customer advocacy, Alice leads the CX team across both brands with a deep obsession for reducing friction, increasing conversion, and perhaps most importantly, making every customer feel truly seen. Alice is part strategist, part edge case problem solver, and a full-time CX nerd with a surprisingly romantic relationship with macros. I can't wait to dive into that. She's here today to chat all cases and lovingly spiral into the art of operational excellence. Welcome,
Yes,
Alice.
Let's do it. Thank you.
So I just want to begin and tell me more about how you got to where you are, a little bit about the companies that you are at now, and all of your story.
Yeah, totally. So I feel like everybody kind of has their own special, unique path into CX. Like, it's not like anybody really goes to school for it.
Yeah,
so,
say like when you're little, they're like, I want to be a CX operator.
Yeah, exactly. So I started my customer service journey in coffee. So I was a barista for a really long time. And I actually started my coffee journey because I lived in Hawaii for a year and worked on a coffee farm.
Farm?
Yes,
Wow.
on a coffee farm. And I was like, I want to like dedicate my life to coffee.
Cool.
Went into like being a barista with the intention of like going into coffee roasting eventually. But life doesn't always work out the way we expect it to. I was in coffee for about 6 years here in Portland, and it kind of sparked my love for customer service. I like loved my regulars at the last coffee shop that I worked at so much. I found so much joy in just like making people's days and like the small parts of customer service that feel really special, and the small things that just like make people's days and keep them going. And so I started customer service in the e-commerce field at Portland Leather Goods. Mm-hmm. So that was my first kind of e-com role, and I fell into leadership really quickly there. I'm like the type of person who doesn't really want to like let other people figure things out for me. So I did a lot of puzzle piecing, if that makes sense. Like I'm really into just like getting in the weeds of why things aren't functioning if they're not functioning and things like that. So I fell into leadership. I actually ended up, my last role at PLG was as like a cohort lead for our returns platform that we used at the time, which was Loop. Mm-hmm. So I got really, really familiar with all of Loop's systems and all of that. And I found a love for systems thinking that way. And then transitioned into a role at Wool&Prince and Wool&Prince. And that felt really natural because I was like finding my journey with loving natural fibers.
Yeah.
And it just felt like a really natural fit. Their brand mission just really aligns with me. Very like sustainability oriented, very like minimalist capsule wardrobe. All of those things I really appreciated, and it ended up being kind of like my dream role. It was very like kind of make it your own, and I have a lot of autonomy in my role, and I've been able to like just really jump in and do all of the things that I see fit in making their customer experience the best that it can possibly be. Yeah.
I love that. I have such a similar story with my CX journey. Same thing. I didn't grow up being like, I want to be a CX leader, and, just like fall into it. But one of the things that stands out that you said about the problem solving, it's like you're figuring out a puzzle. And the problem solving is so fun for me too. And I realized in CX was when I realized that some people you will show them something and they'll do it and like with no questions asked and don't really need to know like the reason why or like the the processes behind it. But for me, I needed to know like every single thing about why the process is that way and like how everything connects. And I needed to see the full vision. And I think that like the really like high-level CX leaders find the same purpose and passion because everything is connected. And without understanding those connections and like putting the puzzle pieces together, it becomes, you could find yourself with like a very disconnected CX function or disconnected business in general.
Yeah, and I feel like in CX, like it is really important to get to the root of like why you're doing things the way that you're doing them and like reassess everything that you're doing all the time. Like you can't really get into a routine of like, oh, we just do things this way because that's the way it is. Like you have to really question things and like look at why you're doing things the way that you're doing them. And
complacency in business in general, I think can be kind of dangerous. Or we're not having like an open mind or not collaborating, all of those things. Because there's being like, I see sometimes businesses can get stuck in their ways, like quote unquote. And it's really dangerous because things are evolving and they're changing. And we really need to be, I'm wondering too, if you have a good example of like something that, needed to be changed or like evolved because business is evolving and you got to put those pieces together if you can think of any.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there are so many examples of that, but one of them, I guess, is when I first got there, we do challenges, like wardrobe challenges. Cool. So that is like kind of
like with your customers.
Yeah, that's a big thing that we're known for. We have a 30-day challenge and a 100-day challenge. So you wear one of our pieces for 30 or 100 days, and then we'll give you a $30 or $100 gift card, which is awesome. Like it's one of my favorite, and it's a really good way of like just like seeing who our customers are. Like they send us all their pictures of them and their dresses and what they've been up to for those like 30 or 100 days, and it's a really like beautiful way to connect with our customers. Anyways, when I first got there, we were manually entering all of the customer information into a spreadsheet.
Like, how do you track that? What's the tech? Because like, I'm like, I love that idea, and then in the back of my head, I'm like, that sounds like a operational nightmare to like keep up with.
Totally, and it was when I got there. It was all manually entering information into a spreadsheet and manually creating gift cards in Shopify. And obviously, as you can imagine, that took a ton of time. Like it was just like so inefficient and like not a good use of the people that we have working for us, because they're all so smart and capable and amazing. And that is such like dull work.
It's so repetitive. And so how did you fix it? Or what did you do?
So big shout out to Gorgeous here, because I couldn't have done it without them. But Gorgeous has a function in their macros to automatically create gift cards. So I set that up. That was the easy part of it. And then
those quick action functions are amazing.
Yes. And then Gorgeous also has like a webhook function. So I just set up a webhook to send all of the customer information to the master spreadsheet just automatically when we sent the macro out.
Cool.
So that was a big game changer for us. It saved us so much time. The only manual part of that now is just adding the Shopify tag, which, Gorgeous, if you're listening, would love that function in macros.
Yeah. Well, sometimes too with Gorgeous, I'll look back and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so many more actions than I saw. And
they
so
do quiet updates.
Yeah. And one of my like favorite nerdy things is to like go and look in even the rules, the rules in Gorgeous. So like any like action, most actions that you can think of, you look if it's not in the macros, but like you go in the back end the rules and you're like, then you can set a rule based on the macro. It's amazing.
Yeah,
like,
Gorgeous is the best. Couldn't have done so many things I've done without them. But yeah, so that was kind of a game changer and a like, yeah, this is the way we've been doing things since we started, but we can do better and we can like free up that time to do more exciting tasks.
Yes. I resonate with that a lot because anything that takes a lot of time, but you're like, you can see it in front of you. I was just showing Jackie, actually, there was like, I was explaining to her how like my efficiency journey like started because let's say my first like role, I'd get a list from a list of just Shopify order numbers from like the warehouse, and they're like, oh, we accidentally sent out the wrong item to like all these orders, and they just give me the order number, and I'm like, okay, but like, do you have their email or their name or like something? And so like when I first started, I would be like, damn, now I have to go through like one by one, enter this order number in, and I just would like, I refused to like think that was the best way to do it. You just like kind of have a feeling like there must be a better way. And so I learned how to do like VLOOKUP and export and whatever, so I could send out a mass email. But in my like early days, it was like I don't have access or I don't know like how all the tech works or whatever. But I've always had this feeling of like there's got to be a better way.
Yeah, and I obviously have just like taught myself everything. Like I didn't go to school for like business, and I wasn't like formally trained in Excel or any of these things that make your life so much easier when you're doing operational work like that. So like Google everything,
Google,
like,
ChatGPT.
And now ChatGPT, like now with ChatGPT, it gives you like a step-by-step how to do everything. I've like, ChatGPT has saved my life for so many things, but yeah. So if you're out there doing manual processes that are killing you, there might be a better way. There is a better way, I promise you.
There's probably a better way. That's amazing. Yeah, I resonate with that a lot. There was something else I wanted to go back to, and I was being so patient. My ADHD really wanted to be like cut you off.
Yes, I have ADHD too. So got it.
Nice. This one.
ADHD besties.
But during your journey too, and when you wanted to be like a coffee connoisseur, or you became a coffee connoisseur, are you still wanting to pursue any of that, or have you found like this is your passion, or where do you want to?
I feel like, sorry, I cut you off now.
The thing about ADHD is like, I think other ADHDers,
you like finish people's sentences before,
and we're never offended if you get cut off, because we get it.
You're like, I know. Did you have more to say, or
no? Okay. Thank you, but you never have to ask me that.
Okay. I feel like I've made peace with my journey with coffee. Like I still love coffee and appreciate coffee professionals so much. Like it's still very like fascinating and interesting to me. But like I feel like once I found CX and like specifically the role that I'm in, I just got so many like signs from the universe that I was like on the right path, and that's like so woo woo. And I
love that.
I hope that people don't think I'm like insane for saying that, but I feel like that's so real. And like, I feel like so many parts of my life just fell into place, and I just love the people that I work with so much. Like I feel so supported, and it's just been like the best journey. And like I got married and I found my wife, and like
congrats.
And everything's just been really beautiful since I have been doing this. And I've met like so many amazing people like you, and done so many just like fun interviews and just like nerded out with so many people. And yeah, it's felt very natural. So I don't feel like, I don't feel like I'm like, oh, I wish that I had done this thing and this is like a last resort kind of thing or anything like that.
Yeah. Similarly, I was studying to be a dietitian, and I was still kind of on the fence. I like wanted to do it, but then I love e-commerce so much because you can find your passion within like, because it touches so many businesses. Yeah. So like I lean heavily into like health and nutrition businesses and supplements that like scratches my like dietetics like itch. Yeah. So I love e-commerce, and I like really feel like it was meant to be.
Yeah, similar to me. I like talking about like childhood dreams. I always wanted to be a fashion designer when I was a kid, and like from a very young age I was like very into fashion, and that didn't end up being like a path that I took, but I ended up like working in the apparel e-commerce industry. So like, and I think it is really important to care about the brand that you're working for. Like I think you're just going to be so much better at your job if you like the brand that you're working for.
Yeah, passion is like
so unmatched. I'm really thankful to like be in the clothing industry and like have that be a part of my life, even if I'm not designing. So which cool. I don't think I probably would like that much anyways. And we have a fantastic designer.
That's amazing. Do you guys use any AI?
Oh yeah.
Tell me about it.
Girl.
Do we have time?
Yes, we use AI probably across every department at this point. Our founder CEO puts on a tech summit once a year, I think. And our last tech summit was very much focused on like, please use AI wherever possible. Like, and we all kind of gave examples of the ways that we use AI in our everyday lives. So yes, we use AI. I use AI for so many things. Obviously, we have our AI agent through Gorgeous. Shout out to Eunice, EWE, Eunice. It's a little pun intended. And then
Eunice is the name of your AI bot.
Yes. Yeah.
I think I've named an AI bot Alice before.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have.
Yeah, after me, right?
Yes. Exactly. After we connected on LinkedIn, I was like, I'm going to change my AI to Alice.
I feel like the name Alice is like kind of making a comeback lately.
I do too, actually.
Also, we have another employee named Alice. One of my agents is named Alice. So
oh my gosh. I saw such a funny funny tweet yesterday. It was somebody working for Stripe, and his name was Matt, and he just tweeted, at Stripe, they have a Slack channel called #Matt, where when another Matt joins the company, all the Matts welcome the new Matt. And I was like, that's like that. So great.
Yeah.
You guys can have an Alice.
We can have an Alice. Channel. It'll just be me and the other Alice.
But maybe you'll get more Alices.
Maybe.
And then you'll be able to welcome.
Yeah, the next time I hire, if any Alice's work in CX, hit me up.
It's part of the nice to have Alice named Alice.
Yeah, exactly. I'll add it to my list. AI.
Yeah. I want to talk through any like struggles you saw with AI, or maybe some like misconceptions people have about AI where you're like, or like expand on that a little.
Yeah, I feel like I was like a super AI skeptic. It kind of like scares me a little bit and still does in some senses. Like I think like time and place for AI for sure. But I've really embraced it for a lot of CX processes and a lot of like e-commerce processes in general. I know like our marketing team uses it for kind of like projections and marketing spend and budgeting, and a lot of their reporting. I use it for reporting a lot. I use it for like kind of like postmortem stuff after campaigns, like what did most people reach out about, and informing the way that I'll go about those things the next time that we have that campaign. I've used it for like auditing our website before. Like, I've been like, hey, like I love your your CX audits.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I love those.
Man, AI is going to take away my content.
No, never. No.
I'm just kidding.
Nobody does it like you.
AI bot can't do that.
But yeah, I've just like said, hey, like, can you take a look at our website and tell me if there's anything that like you notice from a CX perspective I can improve.
I love that so much.
And that has been really helpful. Yeah, I use it.
Okay, cool.
So we use it for copy, like we'd never like copy and paste directly, like chat. Like I've seen brands do that,
and you can always tell. Yeah,
but we definitely use it for like jumping off points and inspiration. What we will never use AI for is creative. Yeah, like we will never use it as a designer or to like create ads for us or anything like that. We're very like protective over brand image and so I just like that is like the fun part of being a human is like creation and creativity, and I don't think that we should let AI take that away from us.
Yeah,
but
I've used AI for creative for like a first kind of like the copy part where it's like you know how you're going back and forth with like if you start a creative project. I'm super not creative, like I'm like that part, so I have a hard time verbalizing what I want to see. So sometimes I'll put it into ChatGPT and be like basically if I was to tell a creative like verbally like what would come out, and I'm like, no, that's not what I meant. And so it helps me like it helps me like figure out how to explain it. But then so it reduces time between like me talking to and then once I can like verbalize it correctly, then I can communicate with creatives so much better.
And then they like know what
it's like a starting point. Because otherwise it like saves them time because otherwise I'm like, I want a blue logo that says Inevitable Agency. And they're like, okay. And they come back and I'm like, no, that's not what I wanted. And I feel like it's a blue.
That is such like a complaint from graphic designerners that I hear.
Exactly. And I feel so bad because there's so much back and forth. So it helps me verbalize. But then like it never, like I never.
It's not like replacing
exactly. Yeah. But for a creative person, that's like they don't necessarily. I feel like they can speak the creative language and create from the start. And my brain just like doesn't work like that. But AI for I love to use it when I have like a brain like fart where I'm like, I need to create copy for this, and like I'm just like so mentally tired. I just need a little bit of like assistance. And then it like helps ideate because it gives you like all these things and you're like, that one's dumb. Oh, that one's not too bad. I can like, that'll help me ideate. So I love that.
Yeah. Similarly to that, like if because all of the tough tickets are escalated to me. If I'm like not in the headspace where I'm like feeling super like empathetic or like that sounds bad to say, but
if
like
you're in CX you get it.
Sometimes you're just like burnt out, and I feel like ChatGPT can help with those situations because it always is really good about like knowing how to make people feel seen. Like it's really good about like its apologies and things like that, so I use it for that. I use it for like our documentation constantly, like not having to write documentation from scratch is a game changer. I even use it to write like guidance for our AI agent, which is kind of like meta.
The AI agent has been very eye-opening for me, and because I believe that the AI is only as smart as the human who made it. I mean, obviously you need the right tech behind it, and like again, shout out to Gorgeous. I love Gorgeous's AI bot. And so like, but I'll create the guidance and everything, and then when it like makes a mistake, I look back and look at the guidance I gave it, and I'm like, oh well, I wasn't clear, or like I gave it like not the correct information. Or it also helps me realize like my customer facing like FAQs and stuff aren't as clear, and it helps me like make it more clear and everything.
Totally. And I Oh, I feel like when I'm training AI, I think of it as like when I'm giving instructions to like my 5-year-old.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, this is like.
Wait, you have a 5-year-old?
A stepdaughter. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah.
I was like, you don't look old enough, I guess.
Yeah, my wife's daughter. But yeah, like giving instructions to like a toddler, you know, like you have to be so specific, and there are no like when you're speaking to like a human who is in CX already, there are certain things that you know that they know already that an AI agent doesn't know. So you have to like really spell everything out and be very specific. And yeah, I've had some like AI experts help me out with my training of AI.
Yeah,
yes,
there's
I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I learned a lot when I was training it.
Yeah, that I took some tips from someone who's really good at even just using GPT, like the way you talk, the way you phrase, the like when you ask for things or when and like starting a whole like blank sheet rather than just building on, like it is so it's not as easy as to use it really, really well. But I have learned that if something comes out of AI that I didn't like, a lot of times it's not AI's fault. It's like the way that I prepped it.
Totally. It's like a mirror. Like
and you cannot set it and forget it. Because it just things change, so you have to manage it like just like a human.
Yes. Yeah. And Gorgeous is making updates all the time that like change the way that it reacts to the information that it has, and like it recently was able to like read the entire website now, so now I have to do like syncs of the website and make sure that it has up-to-date information,
which is good for everyone because it's so hard to keep up with. Like keeping up with the website is way harder than one's think. It's hard to like update everything, but that's so cool. Outside of, was there anything you wish that AI did that it doesn't, besides the Shopify or well, that was our macros, but or maybe just like CX in general. Like, is there any like tool that you like wish you could have to make CX better?
That is such a big question.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like totally blanking.
It's okay. I'm always, so I'm really glad that AI is making all of those things that you said before where it's like auditing. I used to feel like I did spend so much time auditing things to label red flags. When I would export the data for custom ticket fields, so like for the listeners, like I always say this, that the inbox is a gold mine, but I always felt as if I was at least like 30 days behind because as soon as you get more than one person in the inbox, there's when you're the only one in the inbox, you're like, dang, I've seen this problem over and over again. But if you have 10 people in the inbox and each person sees that problem only once, then you really have to look at the data and then to realize if it's a problem or not, or if it's just a one-off thing. And AI has been so helpful to get ahead of things. And I'm like so happy with the way that the tech is coming now because I've been saying that, like, I wish it could just like flag it for me, you know, so that
it does.
And now I can spend my time on more fun things.
I think, okay, I thought of one thing. And probably the technology is out there and I'm just not aware of it, but I wish that there was just like a place where you could unify all of the different channels that you get feedback through and condense all of that customer feedback into one place and tell me like what the top feedback is. So like, and Gorgeous kind of can do this to an extent because we do have like all of our Instagram and Facebook messages and DMs and add comments and obviously like chat and email and voice. I don't know if
you guys do TikTok Shop.
We do not. We don't.
Okay, yeah, it's been so nice that we can do TikTok Shop messages in there too.
Oh, because TikTok is very like strict about.
So strict. You have to the 24-hour response time, but it's like even you just it's just the rules need to be a little bit like ironed out, I think, but it's very strict.
Yeah, but just like if I could, and we have a Facebook community, so like all of just like everything.
Yeah.
We have feedback coming in from so many places, and it can be hard to like take all of that and figure out what the most common feedback is across all of those different channels.
Yeah.
So I wish that there was a way to just like feed AI all of that from all of these different places and have it tell me, this is what your customers are saying.
I struggle with that with a lot of like review platforms, because like reviews, when a customer puts a review on any, like they can also put a review on so many different places.
Yeah, there's like Facebook shop app.
Yeah, Amazon.
The website,
There's all these different I even look at just social listening as a responsibility, or like should be communicated with CX, or it's hard to keep up with. So like Reddit and like everything that's like on the internet, I wish we could just be like pinged like, this was your company was mentioned here, and like create a ticket for it. I'm doing a lot of like social media stuff right now for a brand, and brand image is so important. And so that's like funny that you say that, because I've been really working hard to get different information like on impression type for like YouTube and streaming platform, all those things. So that's a good one.
Yes. Yeah.
I think Gorgeous does a good job at like getting ahead of it, but there's just so much internet out there.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And luckily we in CX do respond to all of our social media messages and DMs and all of that. So we have and we're a small team. So like I only have 3 agents underneath me. So we're a team of 4. So like among us, we can do a pretty good job of connecting the dots and like telling each other what's going on. But yeah, I just wish it was all in one place.
Yeah, that is so nice. Are you guys remote or in person, hybrid?
So I have 2 contract agents, so they are both remote. And then I have 1 in-house full-time who we are both hybrid in the office.
Very nice. Yeah. Very nice. When you, so you came from like a in-person customer facing with like the coffee world.
Yes.
Do you think about that ever, where it's, you like try to take that and bring it to the online world, or is it something you don't think about? Or
yeah, I mean, we do not live phone support, but we do respond to voicemails. So like, I feel like that is one of the ways that I get to like flex my in-person customer service experience, because it really is so different. And in a lot of ways, I do feel like out of practice with it. Like when I'm calling people, I'm like, oh, I have to like speak to them on the spot. And like
and I don't know what they're going to say.
Yes, exactly. I can't like prepare for this. I can't be rehearsed about it. But I think that is like kind of more special. Like, and I feel like I've had so many like beautiful experiences talking to people on the phone. And some people just want to like chat. Some people just want to like have somebody to talk to, and it's just like a fun part of that. And I think people who don't do phone in any way are kind of missing out on that.
This is like a age-long debate, because I used to like be not super anti, but like pretty anti-phone, because it's so hard to staff.
Yes. And it's like inefficient.
Sometimes inefficient, and also you just never know what you're going to get on the other line, and the people on the phone really, really, really need to be like know how to do everything for the most part. I mean, they don't need to, but like it goes so much smoother. And so I do feel as if it's like this like premium support.
Totally. And especially like as we go more and more like AI and more automated, it's going to become really luxury, I feel like.
And so I came from retail before. I used to manage GNCs, and so I think about that all the time, especially when I see an inbox that's not up to, they're a little bit behind, and especially if they're relaxed about being really behind, because I look at that as if someone walks into your store and asks you a question and you just like turn around and look at the wall.
Yeah.
It just like would not be acceptable.
Totally.
So I'm always thinking about that, about like the website experience and the phone support or everything. And it's really hard to emulate that special, and you can connect with people, make jokes, you can like comment on their kids in the background, or like they hear you, or they hear your dog barking, and you're like, it humanizes you a lot.
It humanizes you for sure. And I feel like that is a really good point. Like I'm very strict about our SLAs. Like,
SLAs shared what that
service level agreement. So ours is 24 hours. So if we haven't responded to somebody within 24 hours, we've violated our SLA. We're usually like 98%. In line with our SLAs. So, but yeah, if you are super behind on your queue, probably like adding phone service is not the best option for you. But I feel like that is where AI can really help, because you can automate all of those really, really common tickets and really low level tickets. And it frees you up to have these special human experiences. And I feel like, especially like working at we're like pretty high end, like people are giving us a lot of their hard-earned money, and we appreciate that, and we like recognize that. So we want to be able to like give them really personalized experience when it's necessary.
Yeah, and the phones too, I think they're making a big comeback, because I think still there's so many websites that don't have phone service at all, which is okay, and it's understandable, and you never know what's going on behind the scenes, because I think that it's worse to provide customer or a phone number but then never give a call back, which is pretty common, unfortunately. And so it's like better, if you're not going to give them a call back, don't even like show them your phone number, right? But even like outbound phones. So there's a tool that I like to use called Conzio.io. And have you heard of it? Yeah. And it's like, I saw a couple brands do like outbound phones for different things, but without it being connected to Shopify, people would be like calling customers but not really looking at like the full background, and then maybe like, let's say you're trying to do like some phone sales, but then you're like, you don't know the whole picture, where like, so Conzio like can give you you can bring in like Klaviyo segments and be like, I'm going to call all my customers who bought this item and get feedback, or maybe I've noticed that people who get this item also love to pair it with this one, and I want to get, and I love it for like, just like talking to your customers and like vibing with them. Yeah,
and I saw, I don't remember what brand it was, but maybe it was Suit Shop, who does like the video consultations for like fittings.
Yeah,
I thought that was like such a like awesome way of, and they saw like hard numbers, like less returns with people who do those consultations. And like, I think that is really gonna set you apart as like in the e-commerce space, if you're giving that really personalized, really human experience to people. They're gonna appreciate it, and it's gonna show in your numbers.
It's so cool to see the like the use of AI, but keeping humanization in like different.
And I feel like that is the North Star.
It
like
is.
That is really going to be important, and that is what's going to like set you apart from the brands that are just kind of laying off all of their CX team in favor of AI. So.
We're not supportive of that, of course.
No.
There's always something to do. That will benefit the business, but we're coming up on time. Alice, I want to make sure, I know, sad. Maybe we'll have to come back, because there's so much more that we could definitely dig into. But where can people find you on the internet webs?
So I'm on LinkedIn. My name is Alice Shabazian. I think my LinkedIn username is just @Alice Shabazian.
Mine has like a bunch of random numbers.
I should have memorized this.
No. We'll link your stuff in the show notes too. So just LinkedIn. Follow her on LinkedIn. Give her some love. Tell her you came from Let's Laugh About It.
We'll connect.
Yeah. And thank you so much for coming on. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. And you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe, rate us. It really, really helps the podcast. Share it with a friend, your mom, your grandma, your grandpa. Send it on over. They love to hear this stuff, I promise. And we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and catch us in the next episode. And thank you for listening.